This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, them make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take two and pull out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
It's week 9 of the 2022 season, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chargers and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins... of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Austin Eckler on the slant. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He finds his target, Allen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional and mature. It looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Second and 3. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. A few issues here in the offensive line. He got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got him in. Complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll set up to throw.
Another completion right back to Patterson.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll run here with Algier.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Oh, good move at the 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
D'Angelo Malone
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football. Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons offense.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Complete to Zacchaeus.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Going back to Allen. He's got him again.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. He dumps it to Ekeler underneath. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Ekeler.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from 33.
And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking sideline, incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout? Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Sliding out of the pocket.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good pickup will come on what should be the final play in this first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Falcons on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
He finds his target, Allen. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
I called it no gain there on the 1st down play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but, boy, not getting that one, that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by Pitts. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Cordero Patterson. Incomplete.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. He'll buy some time right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A-game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So for the Chargers,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.